What's up, guys? So we are back at it, and I'm at the house, got the boat out of the garage, and I'm doing some work on it. Just tidying up, getting it ready, getting it cleaned up. But one of the things I did, and I need to finish, is I repaired the seams on my boat. So the seams on the seats were coming undone. And I went to an upholstery shop, and they wanted thousands of dollars because they were gonna completely redo them. Now they said, yeah, you won't be able to do what I'm able to do, and that's probably true, but thousands of dollars when my seat covers look great, they're original, I'm just not gonna do that. So here's what I did. So here's what I have. So the seams are splitting, the strings come out. Same spots, both seats. Hasn't done it here. I wanna say it may have done it here. So after I fixed it, there's what we got. So I'm gonna do the other one and I'm gonna show you how I did it. But I'm gonna do it a little different. It was coming out down here too. And I redid that one. But like I said, they wanted thousands of dollars. They can't reuse your previous cloths because they have to sew it from the inside out. They have to sew it from the inside out. So they're not gonna save your covers. They want to do a completely new and fresh job. And I get it. They're not gonna warranty a stitch job. They have to sew them inside out, sew them with a machine, and then put them on. But come on, guys. Like, this boat's a 96, 26 years old. So we're not gonna do that. Not if I can get it right on my own. But the one thing I did on the first job, my biggest dilemma was really how was it gonna tie the knot off. So you need to get it tight, and if you just stitch, you're gonna have one loop. You can't do a little regular knot and then it's gonna slide back down. So I did a double through the needle. So I had two strings at the end, and then I just tried a tight overhand knot. But I did 8-pound mono so that I can do a double through there, and I can see where some of it's already breaking. So this is how I'm gonna use braid. Unfortunately, it's green, but I'm gonna use 20-pound braid and see if that lasts longer. If I have to restitch it, that's fine. As long as it doesn't break the little holes in the material, which it may have done, or it was just the string that broke. But let's get into it. It's before on the right side, after on the left side. So I'm gonna pull off some of this, and this is a really cheap braid, and it's worked well for me. I haven't had any issues, but I don't use it a ton. I use it on my spinning gear with 10-pound fluorocarbon leader. And then we're gonna get one of these. Not sure which one I used, probably doesn't matter. Feed it through there. This will be the tricky part. Oh no, don't. Had it started through. There we go. Swing. This 20 pounds almost too thick. Wow. Isn't this 20 pounds supposed to be the size of like 6-pound mono? So I'm gonna use the 20-pound braid was just way too thick, and it was so, that's like 8 or 9 strands. So it was just impossible to get through this needle hole. So we're gonna go with 10-pound fluorocarbon instead of the 8-pound mono. So I'm gonna do a couple of under regular knots. The end. just really want something there that's gonna, you know, big enough knot so it won't pull through. Cut these little ends off. Now let's get back to it. So that braid was so strong it broke my needle as I was trying to sew through here. So I want to get that first one real low. I want to stay in the original holes. And we're just gonna cut this little tag off from the old line. They use a special line. So I've got that behind. I came up under there and came out through the lowest hole. And I'm gonna try to do this so you guys can still see it. But we're going out of town. Make sure, you know, if we're gonna have any rain. So I'm gonna go in the hole across from it, and then I'm gonna go under and come out through that hole. And then I'll go over there and I'll pull it tight. Come up here and I'll go over. Cross hole and then up under that other hole. And then I'm gonna try to pull this tight. I don't want to dig in the foam. Pull it tight. So I came through that one now. I'm gonna go across, go down through the hole, and out through the one that's lateral, that's ahead of it on the same side. And I'm trying to get in those same holes through. This is where big hands don't really help. Now I'll go across. Tuck that back under. Now I'm gonna go across. And over. Across, under, move up to the one above it, pull it tight, and then I'll go back over. And I did that last one. It's been intact for like a year. And I fish a lot, as you guys know if you watch my channel. Washed the boat yesterday, and this carpet is funky. You want to keep applying pressure up once you get it through that hole, so you are just getting the upholstery. So we'll see if this 10-pound fluorocarbon holds up more than the mono. That was 8-pound. I went 8 because I was doubling it up, and it was super cheap backfiller mono. I'm talking about like Zepco shit. I think I got into the material there. Okay. So now we just need to get a good knot. And the key to doing the double line like that is you can just do a simple overhand knot. Tie it a couple times. There we go, guys. From that to that, from that. I'll just cut that off, and we'll do the same thing to the other side. So I'm gonna do the same thing to this side, but you guys pretty much get the gist. So I just threaded that through. We're gonna start the other side. I'll just do a overhand knot. 2, and we'll just do 3 turns. Probably should have tightened that down. And I'm gonna trim this excess so it's not hanging around. And we'll get on this side. Try to get in that lowest hole. So we'll pull through the back of that one. We're going to go over that one, under, come up through this one, over there, under there, over there, under there, over there. Cross side. Guys, and I'm not a sewer, so I am motivated to get things done, obviously, and able to pull up some information, put it to practice. So, but this is not this is not a hard thing to do. I think I had a sewing class in 6th grade. But I am motivated to save thousands of dollars, I'll tell you that. I don't like how it looks like I missed that hole. I don't like to do that. It's really hard to come back through if you've got to start over. Let's see if we can back it up.
want to stay in those original holes because they've held for a long time. As long as you pull it back through, it's a lot easier. If you try to turn it around and use the pointy end and go back to the same spot, it's not going to work. You can see I didn't quite get it through that hole. I made a new hole and I don't want to do that. That's where that round needle, needles that aren't straight, they have kind of a bend that would help. All right, we're in it now. Go back through here. My top corners, I had 4 seams out on my other chair. Like I said, it's been at least a year since I've done them. About a year probably. And I haven't had any issues other than it looks like the string, it might be breaking in one of them, but it's not coming loose. So I probably can just go back and use a better line. I really wasn't sure if it was going to work. So when I go in, I'm pushing this part down, trying to get that, find that hole. Like I said, this is what I've done. You know, there might be some master sewer out there that's going, dude, what are you doing? But, and if you know a better way, let me know. But this is all about doing it quick and on the fly. As we move into June, we'll be getting a lot more rain down there in Florida. That one looks like it's still intact right there. knots. There we go. That's it, babe. We are done. Yeah, I'm pretty much sure that I had this whole seam that was out. You know, and initially I said, oh, you know, I'm gonna make sure, I think that's the old string. I sit in there and I'm very gentle. I think I had this seam out. I don't think this one was out. This one definitely. I'm not sure if that one was. I think that one, and this whole one was out. And I have, you know, after a couple trips, you forget about it. So I've been jumping and flopping and it's held up. So there we go, dude. Save yourself thousands. So there you go, guys. Save yourself thousands. Repair your own seats. Don't take it to an upholsterer and get all brand new upholstery for an older boat. Like I said, this boat's a 96. It's 26 years old. If you can fix it yourself, go ahead and do it. So there you go. Save yourself thousands of dollars by just fixing those seams. And they'll say, no, that's not gonna work. And it might not work forever, but it's gonna work for now. It's gonna work for now. And if it comes out, I can just redo it, as long as those holes don't tear. But please hit that like and subscribe. Watch some of my fishing content if this is the first video you've seen. Till next time, keep them rod tips bent. B-Maz out.